Hi guys, Silverback here bringing you news and reviews, and today we've got a lovely treat for you in the HD PVR 2. This is a lovely capture card brought to you by Hauppauge. It comes in a nice small sized box with a little treasure trove sitting inside. So what I'm going to do is I'll go through a few bits with you and then you can have a look at the videos of both the live stream and also the capture. It is a bit of kit that I think with any gamer that loves to show off their skills and talents that you do require. It comes complete with HDMI cables, it comes with the power cable, also USB cable, and you get all the adapters for the PlayStation components and everything else. So everything you've got comes into one box. But this kit, it did take me by surprise, to be honest. Trying to get the software to load first of all and to pick up the drivers, I did find a bit of a struggle. The actual installation, the quick installation, I didn't find overly effective or helpful. After a while I then sat down and redone it myself. So that may be something that they could improve on, is the fact of installation. It did get to me a bit. Okay guys, here is the back of the HD PVR 2, and what I'm going to do as you're looking at it, I'm going to go from left to right. So the first one we have there is the power outlet there that you put the adapter into. Then you have the USB cable that goes from your USB to either your desktop or your laptop. Then you have the AV in if you're using AV, and then you have HDMI in and then HDMI out. It's pretty simple. The quick installation guide for this does help a lot if you're not used to having the AV in. It has got all the correct connections that you may require for an adaptation of this, but it is as simple as you can read it on the instructions. You put your Xbox in and then out goes directly to your TV. I'll put up a little picture for you guys so you can have a look for the setup. Okay guys, here we go. I'm just going to do a little recording of the actual game itself. The actual gameplay, so you guys can have a look, see what you think of it. Now they use Arcsoft Showbiz for you to able to stream this. So I'm just going to go through and then we can have a look and see the graphics wise and what you think. It gives you the options in this to record on M2 TS or MP4, so you get to choose what it is. You also have your video input and your audio input and everything else along those lines, so you can go through and have a look and pick what settings you feel is the best that you require. Okay, so what we do now is we get started so you guys can have a look. Here we go. As you can see, it is lovely and smooth. I'll just show you how well it picks up. The advantage of you having to use MPEG-4 for the recording is purely on the basis you don't have to convert the M2 TS file. Now the M2 TS is brilliant in HD. It has a lot to offer. Unfortunately, the conversion for it, if you want to convert it on a cheap and easy way, is use Windows Movie Maker in my personal view, but I like the thought and the idea of using this MPEG-4 format, so you don't have anything to worry about. Right, there's a feature I'd like to incorporate just after this video for you. It is basically on the left hand side of the HD PVR 2 is a little button. Now this is an instant record button. Okay, so you don't have to open up any software, you don't have to get anything done before you press record. Just hit that button and it records for you straight away. So it even picks up a few seconds behind, so you've got an instant record. You're in a gameplay, you want it recorded there and then, and it does it works really well. I like the feature. It is a smart added feature to the Hauppauge. It gives it a little edge above other capture cards out there, because that feature means a lot. If you're an avid gamer like myself and you're in a most amazing game of zombies and you want to record it, but you've got to start up your software, make sure everything else is fine, with this you just press that button and you're recording. I love this feature, Hauppauge. Well done on this one. Okay guys, now I'm moving on to the feature of the HD PVR, which is direct stream to Twitch TV. Now this is in the beta stages using something called Stream Ease. This is the actual upload. Now I got the upload on a high bandwidth on the best settings that I had on the software. This goes up to 480 and you can upload it direct to YouTube. But I have to say the quality, even though it says 480 on YouTube and direct from Twitch, the quality does seem very 720. I love the way it's done. Obviously I've had to download this from YouTube so you guys can see what's happened. There is a clarity in the picture, it's smooth. There are some things I would change with the the side of streaming online direct to Twitch. Unlike other competitors out there, you don't have the ability in the beta software to have a mic overlay. I think this is very important nowadays. People love to communicate with their viewers, their gamers, and also with people that run online leagues and so forth. So that is a big must. I feel Hauppauge maybe are a bit slow on releasing the update, and they need to bring it full and clear to these guys now. Otherwise you're going to end up 6 months down the line and there'll be another capture card out with somebody else with a better feature. So Hauppauge, I do think you may need to look at doing this sooner rather than later. But apart from that, moving that aside, you can use a third-party software. I used XSplit, and quality is absolutely fine. You use a screen region to capture it, and then you can add any overlays that you require on there, and the footage that you receive to the ArcSoft software from your HD PVR2 is perfectly clear. It's really good. It's just another option, but I would like to see Stream Ease have the option of having a microphone over the top of it. Now I'm going to move on to the specifications. Right guys, looking at the specifications or the system requirements, laptop or desktop PC with a 3.0 GHz single core or 2.0 GHz multi-core processor. This is a must for this. It has its own CPU in it, but you need a PC that allows that side of things. Now Microsoft Windows 8, 7 or Vista 32 or 64-bit, or Windows XP Service Pack 3. It has to be XP Service Pack 3. Now the TV set has to have a HDMI input. Now you can buy adapters and everything else, but obviously if you're spending this sort of money you don't want to move into that area there. Now you also need at least a 512 megabit of RAM minimum. Right, the 1 gig is recommended, but you really need the 512 of RAM. Now graphics card has to have a 256 MB memory and a sound card with a 250 megabit free on your hard disk space. Also, the most important of all, a CD-ROM for the software installation. It is, as I said, everything you get with it, it is important that you have these and so on. I'll give you the rundowns and the sizes of the HD PVR now. Okay, these are the specs here. Now it comes with a hardware encoder, which is in fact the H264 AVC HD. Now this is a high definition video encoder, and it also has a recording resolution of 1080p 30. Now recording rate, okay, is from 1 to 13.5 mbits per second. Okay. So, I mean, that's pretty fast on its own. Now, the recording formats are AVCHD, right, which is .ts and .m2ts. Now, these are important because these are HD files. As I said in the video previously, this also records in an MPEG-4 format. Now, M2TS has issues with working on Sony Vegas and other editing tools. The MPEG 4 is perfect. You can convert it, like I said before, using Windows Movie Maker, but an MP4 option is a brilliant feature of this capture card. Now, it has no delay from the HDMI pass-through, so it's basically HDMI in, HDMI, and it goes up to 1080p 60. Now, component video into HDMI out goes to up to 1080i 60. Now, the difference is between the P and the I's, so that you guys, you know what your HD is and everything else. I'm not going to go on about that. Right, okay, now the input connections, HDMI in from HDMI sources without HDCP, such as an Xbox 360, component video in with stereo audio for S-video and composite video in, and with stereo audio optional cable is not supplied, okay? That's important, and HDMI out. The size is 6 inches wide by 6 inches deep by 1.5 inches high. The power is 6 volts at 1.6 amps, and the weight, it weighs in at a smooth 75 pounds. Well, or 0.3 kilograms or 12 ounces, whatever way you want to look at it. But I want to say it is larger than your average, well, than the two other main capture cards out there. After reading into it and looking into it, the reason being is the amount of kit that's actually in this HD PVR. There is more in there. It's got its own CPU, it balances it out, gives you straight through streaming. It is an amazing little bit of kit. So that is the reason why it is bigger. Doesn't make it as portable, and you do require a power supply. But if you're recording somewhere with your Xbox 360 and that's plugged in, you obviously going to have a power supply there, so you know, that's brilliant. I think maybe a little carry case or something like that might be a nice little feature for them, but hey, who knows. Right, guys, and now in closing this review of the HD PVR 2 from Hauppauge, I have to say there were a few issues. Now, the software on the drivers and everything, that was a bit awkward. Now, the drivers and the CD comes on a TDK CD. I don't know whether it's because they've run short or whatever, but everything comes on a CDR. I was quite shocked about it, but you know, if that's what they're sending out, that's fine. But I did struggle, and it did get to me a bit with installing this drivers and hardware and software. Once I'd done it on the second attempt, it was absolutely fine. The picture quality on the actual capturing is brilliant. The record feature button is an excellent feature. You have the Stream Easy beta version. It is good. I think it needs tweaking. I think the delay on the actual main software coming from and moving out the beta stages is long overdue from reports that I've read and I've seen. And I've looked through the manual, done everything I've gone through. I've had this bad boy inside and out. I'm going to give this an overall rating of 8.5. The reason being is because I do believe the actual stream capability of this Hauppauge is very, very good. However, there are companies out there that offer the next level of it. I think, to be honest with you, one day you'll see a combination of all, because Hauppauge offers some features that these other guys don't, and the other guys offer features that Hauppauge doesn't. So, as I said, in closing, 8.5, it is a value for money. I think if you are a hardcore gamer and you love to show your footage, I think the HD PVR 2 offers options from middle range to high-end gaming. Absolutely brilliant, and I'd like to thank Hauppauge for letting me review this, and hopefully we've got many more reviews to come. Guys, it's me, SilverBacks, signing off. Enjoy your day.